So it's going to be a really interesting couple of days. So there's 800 people here, giving away loads of prizes, 10 grand in cash or a 2-year Tesla lease. So yeah, my car is actually in the room. It's a bit weird, but yeah. And we have loads of really good speakers. So one person in particular who I've been looking forward to meeting is a guy called John Matonis. He's been in the Bitcoin world since the beginning. I mean, he used to email Satoshi Nakamoto, so that's pretty cool. And on one of his articles, he has a really cool line, which I think I quite like. He says, "At its essence, Bitcoin displaces the intermediary or trusted third party, and there will be no sacred cows along the way. It will be methodical, scientific, and unforgiving in its ascent." And I totally agree with that. So I'm going to be introducing on stage in a bit, and yeah, slightly nervous. Last night they said, "Oh, we're a bit short of space, so we need you to do an extra 45 minutes on something." So I'm just going to have to pluck something out of my arse, and we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Morning. Here we are. It's gonna fill up soon. It's deceptive. The room is a bit smaller than I thought it would be, but there's 800 odd seats here. And yeah, there's Timmy. Timmy with all its dent scratches, like bonnet scratches. There's loads of like chips everywhere. But anyway.
So we have Siam Kid, of course, the man of the hour. My story with Siam is I only met him for the first time 3 months ago, but I guess like you, there's an immediate kind of feeling that this man is for real. That he is a bit of an exception in this market right now, where so many people talk cryptos, so many people talk blockchain, but they don't have the background, the successes, the history. And in one way I feel privileged and lucky to be in this space one more time.
I was having dinner with a couple of my team last night, and just for shits and giggles, I always go, right, £1 million just land in your account, what do you do? Clear, no tax, just what are you going to do? And I just love hearing people's answers. And then when it came around to me, I was like, well, I'm really boring, I'm very sorry, because £1 million, I'm going to dump that into a cash flowing asset, i.e. a business. I will make, even if I'm drunk 24/7 and half asleep, I can still make 20% a year through a business. So that's 200 grand a year. What's 200 grand a year divided by 12? That's what, 16 grand a month. So the 16 grand a month, that is the golden eggs. Then work out how you want to splash. So buy toys with the golden eggs, i.e. the stuff that, the residual income that's spat out from your capital cash flowing asset. Does that make sense? Yeah. Always focus on the golden eggs, never touch the goose.
You start with your target and the things you can find about them. So in this particular case, this guy does quite a lot online, as you know. You can find all sorts of information about him on sites like these. So from that, you can start to build a web of people who are his friends, his family. You can work out what they like, things that they're interested in. So Simon may have mentioned once or twice he likes Tesla and he does his computer games, that kind of stuff. In order to successfully con people, you need to know them, you need to get inside their heads, and this is the way that you can build out a profile of what Simon's like and the things he does. I could send him some kind of email from Binance or one of these exchanges, please change your password or whatever. He's not going to fall for that because he's going to be savvy about crypto stuff. But if it comes from Tesla and it says there's a safety recall on the child seat in your car, he's more likely to look at that.
FOMO is strong with me. The force is very strong with me at the moment. Like especially as we're like it got very close to 9,000. I wish I had a chart, but
No.
okay, fair enough. Yeah. The thing is, you have to always be subjective. Now, it's like, by the way, I don't really care about egg on my face or anything like that. So the second I look at the chart and I know, holy shit, I'm wrong, I don't give a shit. I will literally tell everyone. I'll post, I'll make a video, I'll post something and say, guys, I've well and truly effed up here. I missed the low, or I didn't get it, or whatnot. We're not there yet. So yes, and I still think this is a bull trap. I really do. It is slightly disconcerting, or it's good and it's a bad thing. Remember, I don't know if you heard me say this, but you remember how I said bad news and hacks and stuff like that is a secondary insurance measure to ensure that their trade goes correct. Well, they also do that on the upside. So when they're doing a bull trap and they're trying to get everyone to come in, what do? They have good articles and good feel-good stuff. They get celebrities. And I saw something the other day with Christine Lagarde, head of the IMF, say Bitcoin or cryptos are the way forward now. So I'm now thinking two things. I'm thinking, okay, is this part of the bull trap before it sells off and then they get back in? Or is this the other side of the insurance measure? Have they basically got her to say, right, this is it, just to ensure that their trade goes well? Because put it this way, if you've got $1 billion or $10 billion on a trade, to either you're shorting or going long, you wouldn't think twice about spending £1 million or £2 million to reporters, hackers, or celebrities to endorse something, to ensure that something goes well. So at the moment, I'm still sitting on my hands. As I said, if I were to buy in right now, I've lost out on about 150, 200K worth of profit. So yeah, I am kicking myself because Neo was sat at $45 for a week or two, wasn't it? And so, yeah, the fear is strong. So that's what I think with Bitcoin. However, on a chart, it's not game over yet. Now, the other thing I do want you guys to know is that I'm not a fan of trading Bitcoin. So, for example, I've been trading currencies for silly years now, and I hate trading on the FTSE, and I hate trading on euro-dollar. Now, as in euro against the dollar. And the reason for that is because every single day trader on the planet trades euro-dollar. Because it's the biggest currency pair, it has the most liquidity, the most volatility, etc. All day traders, their game time is euro-dollar, Tuesday to Thursday, between 1300 to 1500 in terms of, 1600 in terms of time. And that's when the London and the New York markets are open, etc. And that's why you see the most traps. So, and the reason that you see the most traps on Eurodollar is because if a big bank wants to sucker in a whole bunch of Muppets, and we are the Muppets, that's where they're going to get their fill. If they want to sell $1 billion worth of Eurodollar or buy it, etc., that's where they'll get it. They won't get it on dollar Zimbabwe rand, Zimbabwe dollar or dollar Mexican peso. There's just not enough people there. And I now think dollar Bitcoin, as in that pair, is the new hunting ground. And I got suckered in the other day. Remember, I don't know if you saw it, I put out I said there's a high likelihood that Bitcoin should fall to the 7,500 level in the next 2 days, yeah? I got suckered in by a trap. And it's the very traps I tell you to freaking avoid. And I'll show you why. I know, 1 second. And I said it earlier today, how the old school patterns on these ones just are defunct now. And I got suckered in by a textbook. It was the most beautiful looking head and shoulders pattern I've seen in a long, long time. 1 second, I'm just trying to find it so you can see it in your own time. So trading view. There we go. Now, for those of you who do know how to trade, this is going to look, okay, so if you look back a few days, Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, I don't know if you can see, but there's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. That looks beautiful, right? For those of you who trade already. And I got sucked in. I think I was tired. I was like, oh, wow, yeah, neckline, it should fall at least to the 7,500 level. And then guess what happened? I got suckered in, I got clubbed like a baby seal. Boom. Yeah, so I was a baby seal at that point.
The number starts with a 5. Hey. No, you need all 3. 5, 7, 9. 1, 2,